Hey guys, it's Tension, and today I'm bringing you another Raid Challenge video, and today I'm going to be going over Clan Boss 101 for beginning slash medium level players. Um, so as you all know, I think the most important in-game goal in this game is to be able to be in a clan that is destroying Nightmare Boss every day. And not only being in the clan, but also contributing to it. So my clan right now, currently, we are in at the place where we actually have to reduce our damage to make sure everyone gets Nightmare Boss rewards. So that is in-game goal. But it took a long time to get here, and in my alt, my mini account, and everything, I am still working on the hard boss with my clan. And I kind of want to go over what should be the mindset and basically Clan Boss 101. So I'm going to start with easy and normal, go a quick little review over them, and then hard, and talk about what's the most important thing. So let's just get right into it. So, number one most important thing when it comes to clan boss in general is champion pool. I hate to say it, I wish it wasn't this way, but there are certain champions that are going to excel based on their skills against clan boss. Now, these champions, the most important factor is not going to be rarity, it's not going to be rank, it's going to be their skills. And so, I'm going to tell you the top 5 skills that are necessary for clan boss. Number one, hands down, this is for beginning to easy to middle to normal to hard boss. There are champions that are going to be like top tier, top 10 overall, but their skills are going to be hard to attain. Their comp is going to be hard to attain, and they're not really going to be best unless you get extremely lucky or spend a lot of money. You're not going to have them early. So, most important skills is before I actually get into that, let me talk to you about clan boss and how this works. And I will be actually spending some gems to just show some battles to help everyone out. So let's just go to a normal. I'll discuss what clan boss is all about. Let's not do an OP team. So let's just start off with, I don't know. Let's start off with all battles. I got some champions I haven't even invested in, but let's just see. You. Probably should have had some ideas before I started, but I don't have masteries on my cold heart, so let's see. I'll just do this level 41. So, what makes a clan boss team? So first, we got to know the clan boss. So, no matter the level, the clan boss is always going to be the same. Above 50% HP, he's going to be a void. Below 50%, it's going to be a random affiliation every time. This is a pretty big factor when you factor in if you only have a 5-man roster. If you get unlucky, you can get countered. That's pretty much it. Clan boss has 5 abilities. This first one's one attack enemy stun. This right here is basically going to stun whoever has the most HP on your team. He has 2 AoEs. Place of poison. The debuffs he plays aren't really that big of a deal, but he does have 2 AoEs that do damage. The big thing about him, though, is he has reduced damage to certain debuffs that can affect him. And damage caps out, so you don't have those abilities that just do massive amount of damage and are kind of OP and dumb. Here's the big one, though. So after the 10th turn, he starts progressively increasing his damage, and his stats overall increase. So once you get to the 10th turn, he starts doing more damage, and basically it starts a timer that if you don't have a certain comp, it's going to kill you really fast. So early game, the top priority for your clan boss, and I mean this honestly, is to be able to make it, to do as much damage as you can before the 10th turn. The fact of the matter is you're probably not going to have a bunch of level 60s and a bunch of skills that are going to outlast that. So you need skills, abilities, champions that are going to do as much damage as possible in 10 turns. These abilities. So, and then we'll just do a quick little auto with this makeshift team that I have just to show you kind of like what I mean. So, hands down, number one important thing early game is get a champion that has poison debuffs. So it doesn't matter what level, what champion it is. Poison is hands down the best, even at N tier, one of the best debuffs you can place in the game for clan boss. Because what happens is, no matter what your stats are, poison's always going to do a certain amount of damage to the clan boss. So as you can see on this clan boss, every single tick of poison does 30,000 damage. I have champions that are hitting hundreds, a couple thousands, and as long as they are poisoning, they are going to do that damage. So, and yeah, I do have the level 60 cold heart, just kind of showing you the difference, but she has no masteries yet. Oh, she does have Masters. I think I just finished them. Haha, I forgot I did that grind. Ha. So anyway, going back to it. So poison, most effective, most important thing. Skills are second. You need skills that not only do poison, but also decrease attack, decrease defense, healings, protection, counterattack's great. I'll go through all the skills in a second. But again, a lot of these champions that have the OP skills are hard to attain. So poison, speed buffs, AoE, debuff removal. I lost my train of thought here. Attack increase and defense decrease for the boss is probably the top 5 debuffs you're going for in the game. And that is just getting a good core of 5 champions that have these abilities will make it to where your clan boss team does a minimum amount of damage before you start investing into them. So as I get close to the end here, like I said, just do this team together. Just want to kind of show you some numbers, blah, blah, blah. I did this on purpose. I meant to do this more, explain it more at the beginning, but I have champions that just have abilities, no gear. I have champions that just have gear, no masteries. I have champions that have masteries, and I have one maxed out character. I didn't realize Cold Heart had the masteries, but hey, it works out for the video. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, and then... Alright, so there we go. So, 2.6 million damage, normal, and as you can see, so by looking at this right here, you have Cold Heart doing the most, but look at this. So Cold Heart has max stats, max gear, I think, and masteries now that I think about it. I have a couple champions over here that have gear, no masteries, have nothing. This champion has literally like just some level 12 gear I threw on him, and he did 700k damage. So this is where the skills come into factor. So let's go and look. This is why, honestly, above anything else, you should always pick Kel number 1 because he has poison abilities. So even right off the bat, you can have a champion that has 4 attacks that does 5% poison damage, and 5% is the one you want to go for, not the 2.5. So right off the bat, you can invest in Kel because he can do the poison, so you have a good champion. This was on my clan boss team for months, for the longest time, so... Poison is hands down the one thing against clan boss. Second thing is a speed increase for your team, and I would say not only speed, but a turn meter increase. So Apothecary, the reason why, as a rare, he's one of the most broken champions. So poison, speed / turn base. Next one, and again, I'm going to go into some champions that are hard to get, but again, the reason why their abilities are so good. It's not even really ability. This is just kind of an opinion. I think until you have a perfect team comp with counters over that, the speed aura for the lead is super important. More turns means more chances to apply debuffs, more chances to rotate through those skills that are important. More important than, I would say, a slight increase in attack and damage, because again, at this point, it doesn't matter your stats. At the early levels, the poisons, the HP burn are going to be the deciding factors. So for the longest time on this account, I didn't have an HP burn, so this is obviously a bad example, but here's another hard to get champions, but HP burn, just like poison, will do a certain % amount of damage to the clan boss, no matter what the level. This could be a level 40 champion with no skills at all. If they get lucky without the accuracy and hit, that's a certain amount of damage that's going to be done. Then lastly, and we'll get into this more on later in a more in-depth video, abilities that have certain criteria. So as you saw, I had Cold Heart and OB on my team just now. So Cold Heart has an ability that does max damage based on enemy max HP. Obviously, the clan boss has a high level of HP, so this would do more damage based on the clan boss HP. Same with this champion. He has a very unique attack, which basically does damage based on how many debuffs are on this champion, and he builds up debuffs over time. So these are unique abilities that are certain abilities that are just made for, I say, bossing or dungeons or whatever. So how do you build your team? So as you saw, I just did 2.66 mil damage with that team. Let's go ahead and get into this real fast. Go back to normal. Using these gems for y'all. So again, most important thing, I say off the bat 100% is a speed orb. That's for not just for a certain type, but for all your champions. And if you don't have that, I would say defense next. So a champion that has a defense, because increased defense reduces the damage. I just said, I know. I just said that don't worry about making past level turn 10. But having that increased defense when you get to turn 10 might let you live for a few extra turns, make you get a few more procs off of your poisons, your HP burn. So that's the next best thing. So if I was building a team from scratch, and if you have nothing else, HP is a good one to go to as well. So, but as I said, sorry, just playing aside. You know, you could do something so simple as, something like this. But what am I trying to get here? I'm trying to lose myself. Arena, Dark Apple. Let me show you this. So this is what I was talking about, Cal. So this is pretty realistic right here. Cal, you should be able to get Cal up. He should honestly be, if he's your starting champion, if you don't get lucky pulls, one of your first champions to go level 60, hands down. Kel is actually still a staple in my arena. I change him out when I need a full magic team. He does amazing in dungeons. Overall, just a fantastic champion. So, even if you have the shittiest luck in the world, which some people do, you could run this champion, and he can do everything. Then let's just say, I think I have a weak apothecary I was using, right? Yeah, I got the weak apothecary. What does this champion do, actually? I just pulled this one. Speed in dungeons. Okay, no, never mind. We're doing Kel. Come to my Kel. We'll do a weekend. We're just going to throw these champions. I think I have a higher still ability, actually. Don't I? Thought I did. Sorry, the video's taking a little longer than I thought. So let's just do this. Random champions. I'm going to show you what I mean. So, right off the bat, you have a default champion that has this ability. With books, with accuracy. So let me get into my next point, actually. I'm winging this, so I apologize if this is kind of like random. I know this will be a little bit longer video, but I think it's important. So, let me just explain. So, after you get the skills, after you get the champions, the next important thing, hands down, is stats. So, what stats are the most, what do you got to focus on? Well, I would say, honestly, the most important stat, top two, there's two tied. It's going to be speed, and it's going to be accuracy. For champions that are affected by accuracy, if accuracy isn't affected, it's obviously going to be like crit damage, all stuff. But speed and accuracy are hands down the top two important things, and this is why. When you have champions that have high speed and abilities like this that have like four times at random, and it can place the 4 poisons on the champion. Let's just do this, and we'll keep track of how much damage it does. So look, so Kel does right there about 10. We'll say on average, because of crit, 10k per hit. Hit him 4 times, so he did 40k damage there. But he applied 3 poisons. So at the end, when this monster takes a turn, that's what was it? For normal, it's 30k, right? So that's 90k damage that is progressively going to tick on this boss every time he takes a turn, and then Kel still gets to attack. So, pretty crazy. I was just picking random champions, so do this. Aethel is the next best one. They changed how weekend work, but any champions that have a multi-hit A1, so the ability that's never going to be on cooldown, is great because when you get them fully maxed out and they have that Giant Slayer or Masteries, they do increase the amount of damage. So we're just kind of going through this. I'm just playing around champions. So as you can see there's an example of the 2.5 versus the 5%. So 2.5 isn't bad, but the 5% is what you want to go for. But let's just go and finish this out. So basically just have one real champion, just pick the 4 other things. See how much damage I do with this. When you get to in-game level, the stats, everything changes because if you get one of the top champions that has puts counter on all your champions, having high speed isn't isn't a huge issue because you don't want to run through your turns too fast, but still very important. But in game, the stats change. But this kind of mentality I'm talking about right here can really take you all the way up to Nightmare Boss in general. Um, and what I'll do is I'll do a Nightmare hit with my original 5 team that I focused on and see how much damage I do. I've been playing around. I did a hit with a different team this morning and it backfired. I don't know why. It just didn't work very well. I think it got countered, but let's see here. Okay, let's get this to a close. Boom. 1.86. So it did less damage, but you can see Kel did 1.8. All the damage basically because of the half of it was damage, a lot of it was poisons. So anyway, let's go back to edit team. Yes, I'm going to be spinning gems for you guys just to show you what I mean. So let's go to Nightmare. Let's not use that team. I know, update, get out of here. So I'm going to use my original team. And yes, I did. I pulled this champion earlier, so if you're not as lucky, I apologize. But this was my original team. I had this team for the longest time. I actually have to think what it was. Okay. Oh, there it is. Doom Priest, Aether. So, 2 rares, 2 epics, 1 legendary. Towards end game, this should be pretty reasonable. All of them Ascendant, all of them pretty much max gear. These 3. This actually right here was my arena team for the longest time. And I still use this arena team when I wanted to just show you how you can just run through arena with skill order and whatever. So let's just do it. Let's go through. So the other thing that needs to be talked about is for the lower level bosses. As the boss level increases, not only does their HP increase, their stats increase. So you need to have a certain base speed, base accuracy to be able to be efficient against them. I didn't even look at the force, so that kind of counters. I don't have anyone that counters force, so we'll see how this goes. But I'll show you what my base team did. I had this team probably for a month. So why was this my team? I got the Poisoner. I did not have an HP burn until recently, which is funny. But I had the Poisoner. I have a champion that progressively heals, removes debuffs. Also increases attack by 50%. I have Fushan, who decreases the enemy's defense by 50%. I have Aethar that applies poisons. I have 2 poisons, so I should always have almost 10 poisons on them. I have Apothecary that has a speed buff along with a single target heal. So, even before Nightmare, this team would apply a lot of debuffs and survive to the 10 turn mark and then continue to survive until the clan boss was basically one-shotting them. And as you can see from just the rotation in general, the amount of poisons are going to do the massive amount of damage. So while this is going on, are artifacts. So early on game, until you get what's called a in god tier healer, like a champion like a Steel Skull who can protect your team. Lifesteal is hands down the best gear for your team. Besides your buffers. So before your buffers like Apothecary, speed is obviously going to be the most important, maybe some HP stuff gear on them. That way they can get as many speed buffs as possible on, but lifesteal is the most important thing on everyone else. So when I first had this team, it was 4 lifesteals and a speed set. And the other stuff was just to give them crit, give them speed, whatever they needed for substats, accuracy even. So that was the most important thing. When you get the late game, it all changes. This is my team, so they're built for arena, built for other things, but dungeons, clearing, all that stuff. So artifacts are fun to play with. I wish. My biggest thing is I wish they would remove the cap on the gold or the coins for changing out gear. Because it sucks to have to change out gear and spend 300k silver just to put on different 6 pieces of gear. 450 if you're looking at max gear for 9 artifacts. Because I have been playing around with gear like the Stalwart set, the Fury set. My clanmate runs a full Fury set on on Aethar. God, I can't think of the name right now. And basically we do an Fury, 10% increased rate of reducing skills. I can't actually remember what the set does. And his Aethar does like 15 mil damage with his team. It's insane. So there's sets out there that may not be looked at as in a good light. People think the only good 4-piece set is Lifesteal. There are other good 4-piece sets. They're just not as practical, and you have to really build into them for them to work. But, alright, as this comes to a close, this is what I was talking about, the turn 10, and then that increased damage just wrecks you. So we're going to see how much it says. My 2 champs that just survive. AI is another factor. You have certain champions that you will almost always do more damage on manual, taking out RNG factors. When you get so much RNG into it, your damage will vary. 10 million damage on Nightmare with my original team. That's pretty damn good. I can see Aethar because of the poison, Kale because of the poison, the damage, Fushan just because he's a beast. There you go. So let me show you something else. So I'm going to do 2 more fights. And again, thank you for sticking around if you've been this far. Leave a like, comment below if you like the sub to the channel if you like the content. But let's do this. So let me show you the gear. So I'm going to show you now why certain champions are OP. So here's the gear I have on this guy. Let's go ahead and put something on him. I don't have a ring because I hate Spider. Let's just go and do this real fast. I have basic gear I just threw on him. Let's go and get a speed up just because I want him to get more attacks off. Will it take 3 mil silver? Hopefully not, but we'll see. This update, by the way, to go all the way up is fantastic, but man, I can have 10 mil silver, and then after like 5 articles of the gear, it's like down to 0, and it's rough sometimes. I think the silver needs to be rebalanced, but then again, what can you do? I haven't farmed 12-3 like crazy recently because I have such a core amount of champions that don't really need it as much, but hey, these boosts are not bad for a normal type. If this gets like crit damage, something like that, or not crit damage, crit rate or accuracy or something, that'd be great. Spend a couple mil still to show my point. Actually, I'll go ahead and stop right here because I'm going to show you the difference here. So we'll stop right here. No ring, just this champion. I don't think I invested any books to him or anything. I don't think I have any books. Which books were more common? Upgrade skill. Yeah, I got 1 book. Woohoo, I'll just do 1. Fuck it. This champion's good. I'm going to play with him later. Ooh, what's that? Okay. Let's see here. Actually, yeah, I'll show you real fast. I'll show you the difference in gear and stuff like that. So, let's just go to Clan Boss. We'll go back to normal. Did I just use a normal key? Oh my god, I might kill it with this team. Alright. We're going to show you what my team that just did 10 million damage to Nightmare does on normal. I did that on purpose. See, we have to tone down damage. Oh yeah, update on the account. I just finished off the first level 10 Grand Hal bonus mission, so now I'm on Clear the Dungeons. I'm on Fire Knight 17. And that Fire Knight is actually probably as hard as for Spider for me. Just because I have Allure, works great, but in 17 they have those champions that get unkillable or block whatever. So I can't, sometimes I don't beat it on auto because it gets stuck on that phase and I got to manual past it. It's annoying. But I am almost done. I have 8 more missions and I get that legendary champion. Another legendary, woohoo. This might take a little while. We'll see how much damage it does though. So you saw, remember on Nightmare did 10 million damage. My 2, Aethar did 4, Fushan did 2, Kale did 2. So we're going to show you what happens when the boss says less resistance, more debuffs hit, my team should survive longer, and the RNG factor. So one of the biggest things about, and I notice this on Clan Boss in general, is say you have an ability that hits 4 times, and you have Giant Slayer. If Giant Slayer, if you had one chance to hit the boss, the range of damage varies so much, and the longer a fight goes on, this is reduced because obviously you get more hits in, the average evens out. But if you have a 4-hit ability, a Giant Slayer, you get 1 hit, you do it twice. You can do anywhere from, let's say with Fushan, 100k damage, no Giant Slayer procs, to 300k damage with 4 Giant Slayer procs. And that's 1 hit. So you're looking at a difference of like 300 or 200k damage based on RNG. So the longer a battle goes on, the average is out, and let's say if you have a 4-hit ability with Giant Slayer, I think the percentage was 33%, you should have a more consistent amount of damage to a clan boss. Now, until you get to that point, you're going to see damage vary because when concerning masteries, which I didn't even talk about masteries yet, but masteries, are very important. The grind is real. I was very fortunate that I can solo Minnow 15 with my Doom Priest maxed out the way she is. So I was able to get Doom Priest and Fushan max 3 masteries pretty early before they were actually level 60. Pretty crazy, I know. Because Doom Priest removes that hex that the Minotaur does, as long as you can get by the trash, as long as you have some AoEs, it's easy to get through it. It takes a little time. So now my mastery farming team is pretty broken. I can do it 1 minute easily. But the early grind for mastery sucks ass. Not even a joke. It takes a lot of money, takes a lot of energy. If you're a free-to-play player, it takes weeks to do legitly. But that is the next hurdle. So after acquiring the certain champions with certain skills, leveling them up, having a good 5-man roster, masteries is the next focus, next important thing. So he's already past turn 10. So I don't have my comp isn't the best, so he doesn't have a decreased attack, so decreased attack is very important when you get past turn 10 because the 50% decrease is vital to keeping your champions alive. But so much this does. I have to spend an extra 100 gems I didn't mean to spend, but hey, it's all good. I do it for the viewers. I am sorry about not releasing as much videos lately as well. It's as you get more and more people following, each video has more comments I have to reply to. Work in general gets busy around this time of year. I still enjoy it. I still want to bring knowledge to the game. I will be releasing some more champion guides soon. At this point, 27 minutes into the video, whoever is still watching, I appreciate it. But hey, we'll see how it goes. Thank you all for the support. That's all I gotta say. What I'm actually going to do is after this fight, I'm going to end it, and then I'm going to make a separate video showing what I'm going to do next. I'm going to do 2 battles, and I will show you the difference gear makes on a champion, and also masteries if I have that. So that will be my next video. I hope this helped. I know this was kind of random. I do a lot of my videos by the fly. I need to be more organized. I need to have like a list, pop-ups, get into editing, but hope this helps. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. We can discuss. If you have different opinions, different skills, different champions you want to talk about, hey, ask me away. I'm pretty knowledgeable. There's champions I don't have, but I've seen people use. I know how they work, so ask away. Should be coming to an end soon. Get some more poisons. No. Okay, he gets another poison off. 4 more poison. Oh, no, he didn't have it. He might survive. With the skill boost, he will. Boom. There you go. 4 more. So actually, the damage is going to be different because the poisons do less damage to this boss. Even those more turns, they're not doing 50k every turn like Nightmare. So the damage might be scaled down for the poisoners, but we'll see what happens. 4 more. $17.57 mil damage. Not bad. Didn't mean to do that, but hey. As always, thanks for watching, guys. This is a long video. I appreciate it. I'll be releasing more videos soon. As always, leave a like, comment below if you like the content. And until next time, thanks for stopping by.